Smiley from the Energy Boutique with your energy forecast for Sunday, November 15th to Saturday, November 21st. So last week we had nonstop back-to-back energies, really intensifying things, really putting a focus on the extreme points of view, the extreme realities that we are all living in. And of course, that came with a lot of very heavy emotions. We had Mercury move into Scorpio. We had the lovely 1111 portal open up for us. We had Jupiter and Pluto's third and final conjunction right before Mars went direct. And of course, we're still in the new moon in Scorpio energy. So all of those energies built up, really pushing us to a point where we had to watch parts of our lives, of ourselves, of our thoughts die. That's what Scorpio season is all about. Seeing where endings are taking place, seeing where closures are finally coming full circle in order to resurrect ourselves, to renew ourselves, to get up and dust ourselves off and renew our strength in ourselves. So this new moon in Scorpio was definitely transformative. That's exactly what it was supposed to be. But because of the energies building up to that event and because of our current ascension path, we actually have seen a true divide between who is staying in the 3D realm and who is moving on to 5D. For those of you who've been following for quite some time now, you'll know that this isn't a destination more so than it is a state of consciousness. So it's very easy to be standing beside someone right now and be living in totally different realities. 3D, of course, the heavier energies, very connected to this human experience. Those of people living in fear, living in ego, and of course, those who have ascended past that, recognizing that we are all one, that love and peace and harmony is absolutely possible. We have ascended to the 5D realm. Now, the new moon in Scorpio was the final point, the crisis point, if you will, for those inner transformations to have taken place. And again, as we move forward, preparing for Jupiter and Saturn's great conjunction in December, that is when we are going to be entering into a new age. And of course, the 3D realm people are going to continue to stay in that consciousness, to stay in that state of hate and just negativity, while all of us are going to go on and start living in the new dawn, the new age of Aquarius, where we're going to bring it all together and act as the observer and recognize that the human experience is evolving. Humanity is evolving, and we, one by one, are going to come together and create a new earth for us to live upon, for us to live with each other in, and it's going to be a beautiful thing. So if you woke up this morning feeling a little bit divided, a little bit unsure, a little bit really kind of blurring yourself between two different ideas, two different feelings, two different realms, that is very natural for where it is that we are in the path of ascension. So this week we wrap up Scorpio season. A lot of you are out there standing up, applauding, and just giving praise to the universe because it has been very tough. Scorpio season is supposed to be tough. It's where we really have to face our shadow self in order to destroy old thoughts, old paradigms, in order for us to renew ourselves and rise from the ashes, just like the beautiful phoenix is very representative of Scorpio season and leads us to a brand new path, a brand new light. So today, Sunday, November 15th, the moon, when we woke up, was still in its final degrees of that Scorpio energy. Thank you to all who subscribed and downloaded those new moon and Scorpio activity guides. I love seeing pictures of bringing all of the little bits and pieces of those rituals together. So thank you so much for that. Although we're still not in the new moon in Scorpio at this time, you can download that manifestation guide. There's some awesome, really deep prompts for for you to follow there. That would be super beneficial for, of course, us moving on into a brand new chapter, a brand new age. So the moon is transitioning out of that Scorpio energy and moving into Sagittarius. So this is going to lighten things up a little bit. Sagittarian energy is very confident, very optimistic, very playful, wants to joke around. There's a spark there. We get excited again. We want to start fresh again and coming out of what has been a very serious tone in Scorpio season. This is going to give us a little bit of a glimmer of what we can expect by the end of this week when we move out of Scorpio season and we move into Sagittarius season. So we have Mercury and Chiron making an aspect today, which is going to make it very hard for us to make some decisions. We're all kinds of doubt and insecurity this morning, and that is absolutely natural, seeing as we're coming out of a new moon energy, and we are kind of trying to find our new stable ground in this Sagittarian energy. So a lot of doubts are coming up. We're doubting ourselves. We're doubting the solutions that we kind of resolved. We're kind of finding ourselves in a sticky situation where a lot of our confidence has kind of been pushed to the side. So a lot of the solutions that we thought we were moving forward with, they might not seem so plausible this morning. And because it's just so hard to read ourselves, our intuition is hypersensitive, but at the same time, it reached a high peak, a high level of intensity under that new moon in Scorpio. And now it's kind of fading. So we're getting a little bit wish-washy. Not only is it hard to read our own emotions, our own thoughts, but communication with other people is going to be very, very poor. Adding to this particular energy, we have Venus squaring Pluto. So the goddess of love and beauty and money and pleasure and all things just pretty. She is really going heads to head with the god of the underworld. And this is going to lead to some very intense passions, some intense urges and desires. And realistically, we would love to jump into this energy, but we're skeptical. There are a lot of hidden agendas resurfacing, coming to the surface for our acknowledgement. And because of that, we're a little bit of a negative Nancy this morning. We really, again, we're sitting in our doubts. We're sitting in our insecurities. And this would not be the greatest time to initiate deep, heartfelt conversations with your personal relationships, nor would it be a good time to start new relationships. There's a lot of intensity still happening here. Again, still in Scorpio season, we're exploring the extreme points of view and all emotions in between. And this could lead for some very, very tense interactions. There's a lot of changes happening, and a lot of us are trying to be as optimistic as we possibly can about these changes. But mostly these changes have been forced upon us. We've really been backed into a corner where we had to let go. We had to surrender. And again, very much in alignment with what Scorpio season is all about. But nonetheless, change is never easy. Even when it's a good change, an excitable change, there's still that adjustment period, which makes many of us very uncomfortable. Emotions and sensitive topics are coming to the surface now. We're very much in an all or nothing mood, especially where money is concerned, financial decisions are concerned, and where our hearts are concerned. Again, when Venus is involved, she's really only focused on two things, love and money. And of course, love and money are supposed to bring us joy and pleasure. And if you're at a point right now where you're in a situation where neither your finances are making you very happy or your partnerships are making you very happy, that sounds to me like a situation that is being forced upon you to make some changes. Nonetheless, today we are going to have a few power struggles, and most of those power struggles start within ourselves first and then get projected and overflow into our personal relationships. So it would be a good day to step back because confrontations are highly possible. And we want to avoid that as we go into this week because we're still trying to find the balance within our emotions and within our mental state.